Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Riri, and today's video is all about what's new at the drugstore. Alright beauties, before we dive in, please don't forget to thumbs up the video if you like what you see, subscribe down below if you have not yet, and turn on your post notifications, that little bell down there, and maybe YouTube will notify you when I upload a new video. Today we're going to dive into a bunch of brand new drugstore goodies, some that sound pretty weird and unique, some that sound incredible for mama's dry skin. So yeah, we're going to be going in with Wet n Wild, Big Poppa, I love it when you call me Big Poppa, mascara. We have the new NYX Marshmallow collection. We have a primer and a little sponge. You guys, it's a little pink marshmallow. It's how cute is this? We have some Wet n Wild. We have the Tinted Hydrator, brand new. We also have their brand new Mega Last Incognito Concealer. We have a brand new lip formula from Wet n Wild, their Cloud Paint Marshmallow Lip Mousse. We have the brand new Color Icon little 5-pan palettes from Wet n Wild. We have some new brow stuff. I have the NYX Lift and Snatch, cute, and the Brow Glue from NYX as well. And then I did not pick up a blush, bronzer, or highlighter, so I'm going to use my little Essence blush that I did get from Katie in our swap. I'm also going to try for the first time Lovecraft Beauty, their bronzer palette. And I decided to go into my collection, and I'm going to use my Wander highlight because I have not used it in a long time. But aside from that, obviously, everything is drugstore. I will pop pricing, deets, things like that up on the screen. I'm going to unpackage everything. I'm going to go wet this beauty. You see the before. And I will be RB. And after, look at the little heart, you guys. That's so cute. It didn't get massive, but I do like the way that it feels. It feels firm, but also super squishy, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't mind, like mine that are like super, super soft. This still has like some kind of texture to it. But it's so damn cute. And you guys know I don't actually apply my foundation with this. I kind of press powders and things like that out. We are going to dive in. I'm very nervous. So first up is the NYX, the Marshmallow Primer. And it says it's a primer and base. Use alone or with foundation. Doesn't really say a whole lot on here. Of course, I will pop up pricing and things like that for you guys. I do like the component. I think it's super cute. It does have a pump. I'm going to see if it's locking. I don't believe so. Nope. All right. It is a very light pink, kind of moussey whipped type of texture. I'm going to smell it. Ooh, it smells sweet. It kind of smells like marshmallows. It feels kind of like professional, but just kind of like slightly more whipped and moussey. I'm not going to rule it out yet. I think I got way too damn much. Holy balls. That smells amazing, you guys. Okay, it doesn't have that kind of weird texture that the No Problem has. Yeah, I used way too much. Ooh, it smells nice. Very, very nice. I don't know what the claims are supposed to be with this. It honestly just says the Marshmallow Primer, so I will also pop that up and let you guys know. You know, is it supposed to be pore filling? Is it literally just a standard primer? I do feel like it is definitely moisturizing. I don't see a whole lot of pore filling, but I do see some luminous quality kind of peeking through. I like that. The texture is nice. Again, it's slightly different for me. I like a more kind of lotiony or very thick, creamy type of consistency. But man, it smells good. Let me get my handy dandy little towel over here. All right, now, because I'm going in with a tinted hydrator, a tinted moisturizer, I always go in with my concealer first. I feel like if I put this on, then try to blend out concealer, sometimes it doesn't work the best. So this is the Mega Last Incognito All Day Full Coverage Concealer by Wet n Wild. And I did get the shade Light Medium. Not my favorite type of doe foot. I do feel like it picked up a lot of product and stuff like that, though. I just typically like a really, a big doe foot applicator. So I'm going to go in. You guys know I am a less is more beauty when it comes to products like this. I'm going to kind of spot conceal a little bit. Again, we're just going in with more of a tinted moisturizer. And this is obviously more of a skin tone shade versus a highlighting shade. I am going to try this. I don't know how close I'm going to be able to get to my under eyes with it. A little is going a very long way, just off the bat. The sponge feels very nice. It is quite soft, but also still dense, like I said, like I like. Yeah, I can't really get in here to the inner corner, so I'll grab a brush and do that part. The coverage is nice. I do feel like it's slightly matte though, and it's starting to kind of dry down in the places I already put it, which kind of makes me a little nervous. That primer smells so nice, you guys. I'm still smelling it. Yeah, it's sticking a little bit. I would probably say to go ahead because it is more matte, and go ahead and do one eye at a time. Okay, the sponge I really do like, especially towards, you know, when I get done with all my powder products and I kind of spray my complexion and then kind of press everything out. I think I'm really going to like the sponge. All right. Okay, it's saying it's super full coverage. I don't usually do this, but I'm still seeing a lot of blueness. I'm going to add a little tiny bit more right here. And I'm going to press it out with my fingers this time. Because yes, it has really nice coverage, but I'm not seeing it kind of being full coverage the way that it's saying it is. It's enough for me. I will premise by saying that. You guys know I'm not a full coverage beauty, but if you are, I definitely want to note that. Okay, yeah, I think maybe obviously it's probably just the sponge kind of picking up a little bit too much product. I will get up close, of course, and show you guys. I definitely think with the finger, or going in with just kind of a dense brush, you are definitely going to get more full coverage. And of course, the warmth of our fingers kind of helps to warm this up, kind of make it go into the skin, become one with the skin instead of sitting on top of the skin. Okay, so I will get up close and personal. So definitely covered everything. I feel like the coverage is beautiful. I like, again, slightly more luminous kind of qualities to my products. Of course, when I add the tinted hydrator, I think I'll get that. But even so, it looks really, really pretty. The coverage is really nice. Okay, we're going to hop into the tinted hydrator. This is the Wet n Wild Bare Focused Tinted Hydrator Tinted Skin Veil with hyaluronic acid and squalane. It is oil-free and is for a sheer to medium finish, which y'all know is speaking my language, baby. It is safety sealed. Hallelujah. Don't try that at home, kids. And I got the shade light medium. I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. Of course, it's quite runny. I traditionally go in with a brush, even though you're not going to get as much of a coverage as if you go in maybe with your hands. So I'm going to go in with my Love is the Foundation brush from It Cosmetics. And you guys know I do half the complexion. I kind of stipple where I really, really need that extra coverage. Even though this is a tinted moisturizer, more of a kind of balmy formula, I still feel like kind of pushing that product into the skin definitely makes a difference. I think the color is beautiful. There's a lot of radiance, which I really, really like. And we, of course, will get up close and personal as we always do. This is definitely enough for me. The only thing I will say is, of course, if you have oily skin, you know, prep your skin prior to using something like this. And they're not going to always be the longest lasting, which is probably not the best when we're wearing a mask. So I think the claim that it's more of a soft veil is very, very true. I'll get up close in just a second. I don't see that it's settling or anything like that. Typically, if something's going to settle or bunch or crease, it'll be right here around my crow's feet and in my nose area right here. I can still see a little bit of redness peeking through, a little bit of like acne scarring. That doesn't bother me. You guys know that. I'm human. I have skin. So I'm going to make sure I pull everything down. Again, I'm pushing the product in and then kind of pulling it out in the perimeter of the skin. So we'll get up close and personal. Before, you can see broken capillaries. You can see I have rosacea. You can see I have some old acne scarring, things like that. And after, I definitely think it's beautiful on the skin thus far. I hope that it wears well. We'll see. I do see that concealer is already starting. Hopefully you can see that. It is already starting to crease. Of course, I didn't set it yet, but we'll kind of press it out and set it in just a second. But I think it's beautiful. Again, it just gives me kind of a sheer veil of coverage, but you can see the comparison, how red it is here, and it just kind of blanks everything out over on this side. So I'm going to go into my little Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, and I'm going to make sure the creases are pushed out. If you set creases with powder, you guys, you're going to keep your creases. Not a good look. So always kind of make sure everything is pressed out, or your creasing and stuff like that is pressed out prior to going in with powder. I'm going to go in with a soft, fluffy brush. Again, you guys know I'm a less is more beauty, especially when it comes to powder products. And I'm literally just dusting this. I do typically dust around my nose and my smile lines as well. And it will get right here, just at the top part of the forehead. So again, I think it looks really, really pretty. Again, getting a little bit of creasing, which is not my favorite look, but I do have drier skin, so just kind of take that with a grain of salt. I'm going to apply the other side, and then I will be RB. All right, beauties, we have both sides done, and both sides are set. So far, I'm not liking the concealer. I also don't feel like it's super full coverage like they claim. The Tinted Moisturizer, though, so far so good. I really do like it. You guys know I like a less is more approach. I like to see my skin through, but just kind of, again, have that like veil of coverage so that my redness is not peeking through. So far so good. I'm going to spray my face with my ABH Dewy Set, as I always do prior to going into powder products. And then I'm going to take this cute little sponge. I'm still smelling that primer, I guess, on my hands. And the Tinted Moisturizer had 0 scent to it. But I'm still smelling that primer, you guys. It smells so good. It smells like marshmallow fluff. Okay, the sponge I do like. I really like it. I think that if you are someone that actually applies your foundation with the sponge, I don't know how easily you're going to get up into your kind of nooks and crannies, the corner of your nose and things like that. As far as everywhere else, though, it feels really, really nice again. So I do like it overall. We are going to go now into the Essence, the blush. This is the shade Befitting. And we're going to blush up. Okay, that's really pretty. Again, we will see how it wears. All right. I like it. I'm now going to go into the Lovecraft Beauty Bronzer Palette and get my Judy brush, of course, from the crayon case. This brush was my Luxie 660 Precision Foundation. I use it for blush. So this is what this palette looks like. It is a little trio. We have light, medium, and deep. I'm going to go into the Cymbeline. Hopefully that is how you say it. No kickback at all. Shocking. I'm going to tap this off because I'm really scared because I don't know how pigmented it's going to be. Oh, I like that. I can always tell, that's also I start back here, you guys, because if I put too much product, if you place too much product, it's not like right here in your face where it's going to be like completely visible to everybody. And I like one that has a beautiful level of warmth to it. This does. And I like it where I don't press it down and it just kind of sticks there. And it becomes muddy or patchy or weird. And this is blending out beautifully. I also feel like you could really go in very, very softly and get even, you know, even less pigmentation laid down. But then you can also build it up. So I like this. Again, we'll see how everything wears. I am a bronzer hoe, so y'all know I live for my bronzer. So far, I like everything aside from the concealer, but again, as we kind of get through the makeup process, it may kind of melt into the skin, and I may like it a little bit better. But so far, overall, I'm liking everything. I'm going to go in with my Wander Beauty. This is the Wanderess Glow After Hours, and I got this in my Ipsy bag. You can see how beautiful that is. So we're going to pop that on really quick. I'm going into my little ColourPop F24 brush. And whoa! Oh my gosh. Let me take some over to here. Holy turds. Okay, that is quite pigmented. And I'm going to go in very, very softly only at the highest point of my cheeks. And I always kind of round it out right here around my eye. That is less is more. My lesson learned. I forgot how beautiful this was and how blinding it is. And then I'm coming right here and a dot right here. And then wherever in my light, wherever I can see the light kind of touching my face, that's also where I put highlight at. We're gleaming from here to outer space, so I'm going to press this out just a touch. Okay, I really like this sponge, especially for the way that I use sponges. I think this is really, really nice. I like it so far. All right. All right, y'all, we're moving and grooving. So far, so good on most things. So yeah, I'm liking everything. Let's go ahead and do our brows, and then we will get into some swatching and testing out the Wet n Wild palette. So I'm going to go in with the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. It is a micro brush tip, and I did get the shade Brunette. It says, micro brush tip delivers precise hair-like strokes to fill and define your brows. So hopefully this works okay. I do like the little pen, little component's cute. You shake it, of course. I always kind of like to prime these. I do like the fact that it is also a very precise, teeny tiny tip, but I always kind of prime them on the back of my hand. I always say less is more is your friend with these types of products, so I'm going to treat this the same way that I treat my Urban Decay Brow Blade. If you can see my mirror, I'm very sorry, but y'all know Mama's blind. And we will do one together. I have been, basically, I only take my Urban Decay Brow Blade or whatever brow pencil I'm using, and I define just a tiny bit up here. I blend it through, and then I take my brow blade and go from the bottom. I haven't been really defining the bottom. I just, for me, feel like that looks a little bit more natural, a little bit more soft, which y'all know is my vibes. I'm also not going to start at the very beginning to start with, just in case it is super pigmented. So, hopefully you guys can see me well. Oh, very precise. I do like the color. There is a learning curve to these. I know even the first few times that I used my brow blade, I was like, oh, I got to get the hang of this. Oh, I like that. But I think if you kind of start here and you do nice flicking motions with the direction of the growth of the hair, you'll be fine. And then I'll show you my trick if I do ever go a little too heavy-handed with these. So that's all I'm doing there. And because this is not a pencil, because my Urban Decay Brow Blade has a pencil as well, I'm going to go ahead and brush down just a little bit. And I'm going to kind of flick it again, following the growth of the hair. The color is perfect. I like the color a lot. It doesn't have a lot of warmth to it, but it also doesn't look, you know, weird, ashy gray. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot so far. We'll see how it wears. The Urban Decay is pretty much bulletproof. Now, during the front part of my tail, I am also just going to flick and go in between where obviously I have no hairs at because, you know, the 90s. So I'm actually going to purposely go heavy-handed right here, and I will show you guys how I kind of fix that. So let me just put a blob. Okay, so you see how dark that is? Before it dries, stick your finger on it and press it. Don't let it wiggle. Don't let it move because then you're going to smear it. Hold it here for just a second while it's still wet. And then you'll see that that excess product came on here, and then we're left with a less harsh line. So that's kind of my little trick when I'm doing mine. Again, less is more. Very soft, up sweeping motion. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm going to do this one, and then we'll come right back. All right, beauties, I like this. I like this a whole lot. We'll see how the staying power is, but it made the same type of strokes that I'm used to. The only thing I wish, obviously, I think that's why I'm so in love with the Urban Decay Brow Blade, is because it has this and the pencil, so I can do the top the way that I want, kind of really define my arch, and then go in and do kind of the soft feathery strokes. But I like it. I really like it, and it's a fraction of the cost, y'all. Next up, we're going to go into the NYX The Brow Glue Instant Brow Styler. It says non-sticky, and it is in transparent, so this is what it looks like. And it kind of just, it honestly looks like a weird serum. So we're going to see how this works. Typically, I like something, especially right now because I still have some blonde in my eyebrows. I do like something that is tinted, but this is going to be fine. I'm going to pull it out and show you guys. The brush is super, super teeny tiny, which I love in a brow gel. And I'm going to, whoa, whoa. If you are super duper into like the fluffy brow trend, wow. That works really beautifully, you guys. And I'm somebody that, like, I love the 24-Hour Brow Setter by Benefit. Again, that's pretty costly. This is giving me that same type of vibes. It is definitely lifting everything up and keeping everything into place. I like both of these so far. Again, I'll post a comment, leave a pinned comment, whatever the case may be. I did already prime with my Model Rock Eye Elixir. And then we're going to go into this right here. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon, and it is in the shade Sundaze, like D-A-Z-E. Wet n Wild is a cruelty-free brand. So you can see we have 2 mattes, definitely warm tones, love, and then variations of golds here. I will swatch everything for you guys. They're feeling a little dry. All right, so we have this one right here, which is more of like a soft kind of taupey type of gold, I would say. And then you have kind of like your traditional gold here. This one looks definitely more like a yellow gold, kind of more copper gold. And then here are your 2 mattes. They are slightly, you know, a little bit more loose or a little bit more dusty in the pan. That doesn't bother me. You guys know that swatches are not everything in the world to me. And then there are our 5 shades. I think this is absolutely stunning. I'm so excited. So let me dust my hands off just a little bit. I will go ahead and show this to you and show you automatically just kind of on my swatches. That's a considerable amount of fallout. But for the price point, you know, again, that doesn't bother me as long as they perform on the lids, they blend out, things like that. But that is a considerable amount of fallout. I'm going to go into a Moda M19, and I'm going to go into the lighter of the orange shades. Yeah, a lot of kickback, you guys. But I will say that the payoff on the brush is quite lovely. I'm going to tap this, really tap this off. And I'm going to put this up into the crease. And you guys know I kind of press my shadows. And then I will blend everybody out. I'm going to come kind of far up. There's not really a like highlight or brow shade really in here. And we're going to press this into place. Okay, it's nice. It's okay so far. I want to see once I go in here with a big fluffy brush and try to blend it out, is it literally going to blend away to nothingness? You guys know that long wearability, staying power is huge for me in cosmetics. Huge. Okay, so I've laid it down. I'm going to go into a fluffy little Morphe brush here. This does not have a number on it. All I'm doing with this is literally buffing out the edges just so that I'm not left with any kind of harsh lines or anything. Okay, it's working pretty well, I have to say. I do like the color of it. It is blending nicely. Okay, so far so good. Back into the Moda brush. I'm going into the deeper of the 2 shades. Again, a lot of kickback. And again, I'm pressing it into place. I will say the shadow is the color that is in the pan. This one is gorgeous. I hope it stays like this. And this I'm kind of keeping very low just to kind of intensify this outer V area. I'm going to go ahead and start shifting this down to the bottom lash line. And then feather it in just a little bit. And then I'm going to start feathering this in as well. Yeah, it's blending well together, for sure. Okay, I'm not mad at it, y'all. Not at all. Again, going back in with the Morphe little fluffy brush here. And all I'm doing, again, is just making sure everything is blended well. And there are no harsh lines. Okay. I think, and again, I'll get close so you guys can see the level of fallout in here. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. I'm going to go into, I think I want to go into the more bronzy one. I'm going to try with just my finger at first and kind of see what happens. Okay, that's nice. These are not super like metallic-y, super wet, shiny. They actually feel slightly drier, which that doesn't bother me. But it's really beautiful, I will say that. Faux show. Okay, that's really beautiful. I'm going to go with this little Alamar kind of flat brush, like a concealer brush. And I'm going to go into the more kind of champagne-y, like more neutral type of gold. And we're going to put that on the very inner part. Pull it in so that the gradient is nice and even. And then you guys know kind of whatever I put on the inner part of the eye, I like to kind of bring it up. I personally like how that looks. I feel like it keeps the, front of my eye a little bit more open. I just like it. I think it looks really pretty. And then I'm also going to take this and go right into the inner corner. And then also meet it just a little bit with that orange shade. So not the most pigmented things in the entire world. I'm actually going to go into a pencil brush and go also into that light gold shade. Okay, yeah, I'm not mad at it at all. I'm going to do the other side and then we'll get up close and personal and I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, beauties, we are back. Overall, I really do like it. Again, there is a lot of kickback. I mean, like a ton, a shit ton. And it's all over my vanity right now. But of course, it's affordable. It's a drugstore price. Do I think that the metallics are the most full things I've ever seen? No. But I will say that I'm pretty impressed by the mattes. They did blend out very well. And the shade that you see in the pan is the shade on my lids. So we'll do mascara and we'll get up close in a little while so you guys can see everything. This again is the Wet n Wild Bigger is Better Big Poppa Mascara. I think this is so cute. It's slightly bulky, but I still like it nonetheless. This reigns supreme with its lash maximizing formula that delivers outrageous volume. Yes, please. Length and thickness all in one coat. Lashes stay lifted and never weighed down for instant drama and fullness. The nourishing formula is also infused with castor oil, which naturally possesses omega-6 fatty acids, essential proteins and nutrients. The Hourglass brush boosts with 500 crimped bristles that grip every hard-to-reach lash with maximum adhesion for epic volume, length, and definition. And I did get blackest black. All right, y'all. And y'all know I'm very picky about my mascaras because I didn't wear falsies. So we're going to open this up. Oh, I love the wand already. It is a beautiful hourglass shaped wand, nice and tight and kind of compact and fluffy. All right, y'all, we're going to go in. It does seem like it has a wetter formulation to it, which is not always my favorite. All right. Oh, that's pretty. I definitely like this wand. I like the hand feel of this as well. Like it has a little bit of weight to it. Like it's super easy to hold. And I like to really get into my roots and kind of pull up and blink at the same time. I just feel like it works a little bit better that way, but of course to each their own. There is no wrong way. Definitely volumizing and giving me some thickness. Not quite as lengthy, but very pretty. Very black. It is kind of starting to clump, and I did get some already on the bottom of my eye, which ain't my favorite. I'm gonna let this side sit for a second while I do the lower lash line. Yeah, a lot kind of comes out. I would just say to kind of be careful, maybe wipe the wand a little bit. But overall, I'm not mad at it. It doesn't have a harsh scent. Nothing is burning or stinging my eyes or anything like that. So we will look at the before and the after. Before. And after. So definitely giving volume, and it is kind of curling and lifting. I do like that. It was a little bit more lengthening, but overall I really do like it. I will do the other eye and I will be RB. All right, I'm back. I definitely like it overall. I really like it for the lower lash line. Definitely volumizing. I definitely feel like it did give me some lift. So I think it's really pretty. I want a little bit more length, but I do like it. I would recommend it for sure. So last but certainly not least, darlings, we're going into the brand new Wet n Wild Cloud Paint Marshmallow Lip Mousse. This is the shade Fluffernutter, and it's just a kind of true creamy beigey nude. I'm excited by the fact that it says Marshmallow Lip Mousse. Does that not sound fan-freaking-tastic? It does to me. So let's look at the doe foot first. I do like the doe foot applicator on here. I like this part right here because it kind of hugs the lips. I feel like the application is really nice and precise. It smells so good. Oh, it smells nice. Okay. I like the color. A little light for me. I would probably go over this with a brown lip liner or something like that. I do like the texture. It smells really nice. I love the applicator. Oh, that feels really, really nice. Very, very soft. It kind of reminds me of the ColourPop, like the Velvet, whatever they're called, the like Velvet Luxe lips. Very, very soft. That smells good. Okay, yeah. Slightly lighter than I usually like, but I still think it looks really pretty, especially with the look. Again, I would go over with a lip liner, and my lips are dry, so y'all don't clock me over my dry lips, okay? So, the only thing I do not like is the concealer. I don't feel like it's uber full coverage like they say it is. I didn't like the wand on it, and underneath my eyes is a shit show. Aside from that, I like everything. I, of course, will update you guys and let you know how everything is wearing. This lipstick is extremely, extremely comfortable. I will also obviously caution you again with this massive, massive, massive fallout. But for the price point, it did blend well. It worked well together. The shade that you see in here is the shade that is on my lids. Are the metallics as metallic and as kind of glassy fold as I like? No. But for the price point, definitely do like it. The mascara is beautiful. I really do like that. Yeah, overall, I like everything. So we'll get up close and personal as we always do, and then I will bid you adieu. All right, beauties, that is it. I think overall, I really do like everything, especially for everything being drugstore pricing. Very easy to find. I will also note that the shade range in this was pretty abysmal. However, I will say with a tinted moisturizer type of product, one shade can kind of be sheared out and work for many skin tones. I do obviously think the shade range could use some help. Standout for me, even though I use way, way, way too much, is this right here. It feels incredible on the skin. The consistency was nice, slightly different for me. It smells fantastic. And I do feel like it did give me some radiance and things like that to my skin, to my complexion. Again, my only meh is this one right here. I may try to just use this as like spot concealing under the eyes though. I'm sure you probably saw, it doesn't look very good on me. The brow products also huge standouts. I love both of these. As long as the kind of staying power is there, I'm on board for sure. And I'm going to be officially finally saving some money. Would I go buy another one? No. But do I think for the price point, and if you just need something on the go, you want a quick travel friendly thing, then yes. The mascara, absolutely beautiful. I want a little bit more length. We'll see how it wears. But overall, you guys, this first impressions, new at the drugstore, y'all, was a win. It was a win. So that is it, beauties. Thank y'all so, so much for watching. Have you tried any of these products yet? Please let me know. Comment your thoughts down below. Stay happy, healthy, and safe, and be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.